Hello and welcome to episode 3 of We Conquered All the Bostik, the only podcast dedicated to Enfield Town FC. To orientate you as a listener, we're recording this straight after the home match versus Eastbourne, a very disappointing 2-1 defeat. It leaves Town in 20th place. Midweek there was the Middlesex Cup penalty shootout against Uxbridge, and last weekend there was the frustrating loss at Horsham. That's the current situation, but today's is an extra special episode as we have a glamorous studio guest. First, I'll introduce the less glamorous mob. I'm Michael Lacquier, your regular matchday commentator, and we've also got your regular matchday pundits. Paul Manell, say hello to your adoring public.
Hello, everybody. Good afternoon, evening, whatever it is.
John Manatara, say hello to your enthralled listeners.
Good evening, my fellow sufferers after today's game. And this is therapy, though, so please enjoy it. Hopefully we will too.
And so to our special guest, he's won the FA Vase at Wembley. He's helped us win promotion 2 seasons ago. He helped us stay in the division last season. He's just racked up 100 appearances for Town, and he's an all-round good egg. Ladies and gentlemen, Rhys Forster.
Who?
Who are you?
Super Rhys Forster in goal.
There's only one place to start, Rhys.
Yeah.
Sam Young's record-breaking appearance.
Yeah. Of course, it's all about Sam today, isn't it? Yeah.
No, Rhys, how are you? How do you reflect on today's game? How do you reflect on the season so far?
Yeah, generally all good. Obviously disappointed with today's result and the performance, to be fair. But besides that, yeah, all good. Looking forward to it. Been waiting for this for ages.
Looking forward to it. Slight trepidation.
If we had won, I would have looked forward to it a lot more. But here we are.
We've roped you into it.
Yeah, the game's a game.
What's the mood in the dressing room after a match like this in general? After today's game, how are the players?
It's a bit hard. Like, I think we all know we've got a good team, good squad. Obviously, a really good management team behind us. So it's kind of like. I think it's even more frustrating than it was last year because we kind of was in a bit of a lull anyway. But the moods, boys are trying to be positive. We've got to go again on Tuesday. But we know we're not getting what we deserve. There's a lot of games, maybe not today. I don't think we deserve much out today. But in general, I don't think we're getting what we deserve. So the mood's high and low. There's a few boys trying to pick us up, and there's a few that are obviously frustrated. A few of the lads wear their heart on their sleeve, and I think it shows out on the pitch, and especially in the change room. So I think we just got to pick ourselves up and go again.
Who are the ones who wear their heart on the sleeve in the change rooms? Who are the ones picking you up in the change room? I'm really interested in
just
behind closed doors.
Yeah,
just be honest.
So obviously you've got the boys that have been here a while, like Youngie, Mickey, even Nighty to an extent, that have kind of the boys that have been here last year and saw how we turned it around last year. I think they're the ones trying to pick us up and trying to obviously explain to the new lads especially that we're not in the same situation we was last year, even though the points tally might be similar. And then you've got the players like Zav and Tosh to an extent, and there's a few boys in there that are always frustrated. Bailey's one of them. I think everyone's frustrated, but they show it in different ways, and that's just football. Change rooms, you're never going to get the same personalities. So people will show it in different ways. I'm very much, I get frustrated, but I stay quiet, and I'm frustrated in myself. A few of the other boys are a bit more vocal with their frustration, especially obviously the management team can be as well at times. So.
How's Gavin when half the matches after today, for example?
I think he's more like devastated more than anything. I think he knows what we can produce. He's seen it with Ebbsfleet. He's seen it even against Corn to an extent in the second half. He knows what the team is capable of, and we're just not really. I don't think we're really showing what we're about. I was
going to ask you about that. I mean, is there a feeling of, obviously, you've come from the dressing room that today was one of our poorest performances of the season?
Yeah, I think so. At half time, Youngie kind of said so. I think the thing this season's been we've been really good in first halves and not really come out in second halves. Where today felt like it was a bit the other way around. First half we didn't really come out, and we were trying to say, right, let's make sure second half's a bit more like previous first halves. Didn't really get that. So it was. I think we understood today it was really poor. Gav was obviously going back, not back to Horsham, but back to Ebbsfleet as our last home game, trying to obviously pick up from there, which I don't think we did today.
No.
Which is obviously frustrating because you're playing against team down
if you
there.
look at the season as a whole, today was, I think everyone recognises, was poor. We didn't play very well at Chesham. Obviously, the sending off didn't help. We didn't play well at Chesham. Other than that, I can't think of another game where we, for at least part of the game, we haven't played really well.
Yeah, I think this is the game that hurt more because second half was really disappointing. I've got to be honest. As much as I love the team and everything, it's like, we couldn't find a positive. Normally, when we're trying to do the commentary, trying to find positives. Apart from you, of course, Rhys coming out every time, spot on this time, and as you know, we've got into your head about it.
Yeah, definitely.
But it's about those moments that we're thinking, when's it going to happen? Something's going to happen, and nothing really happened. It was really frustrating.
There's no fluency today, was there? We never got any kind of passing going or any controlling midfield.
There was a few passages in the first half I thought it was good down the left side.
20-minute spell.
There was a few. There was times where we looked like we was on top.
That led to the corner from which we scored. Actually.
First half, definitely.
First half I think we was definitely a bit more on it than we was second half. But we still, I don't think, was good enough even in the first half. So, frustrating.
Yeah, it was disappointing. Yes, don't like to criticise, but substitutions today, possibly. I was just up there in the stand, but I was thinking Tommy Wood, get another body up front, possibly.
Yeah, I mean, it says something, I guess, about Gavin's thinking. If we're chasing the game, we're needing a goal, and Tommy Wood doesn't come on. Lamar goes off. Tommy Wood doesn't come on.
It was interesting. I thought, I get the Mickey was substitution. I guess a bit more fire and impetus to win the ball in the middle.
He parcelled someone.
I think
it was
that's a terminology.
Changed formation quite a few times today. So I think it was all based to do that. I think Ollie Davis, new signing, come on. Thought he done alright. I mean, he was the best player we come up against last year. He was at St Albans, and
maybe had a great game here for St Albans.
And even Zav in the change room today was saying he's the worst player he's come up against. As in, like, he's given him a terrible time.
Hard time. But then I think it was the frustrating with Van Jones and not putting a striker, especially when you need to just get I think it's better we played the ball on the ground and cutting it across low, because they were vulnerable at the back in this match. I mean, they got exposed a few times, but we didn't do it. Sorry.
I could understand bringing Mickey on, because I thought we needed a bit more control in that midfield, which Mickey could bring, but it was very late, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was like almost added time, wasn't it? But we're all managers, aren't we?
Of course. Look, Gavin knows best than we do.
Of course he does,
I think it's just our opinion, really, because you're thinking, let's throw caution to the wind and go for it, get a cross in. But, of course, every cross, they seem to win. When we did win it, the ball just didn't break for us in the second half, not once.
It did,
It was frustrating, but you're going to get that. And like I said, this team's still an upgrade on last season. So, look,
there's no doubt about that.
Except for the goalkeeper.
And we get the goalkeeper. Oh, I tell you what, God. It's like, I mean, it's we're counting the times that you've been coming out. I've
got
a whole highlight reel about an hour long of me just going down.
But I do get religious at some of those moments, of course. And,
so do I too, right?
So do you. That's really worrying.
No, you're right what you say, John, because if you think about it, November last season, I think most Towners fans would have said, we're doomed. We're leaking so many goals. We're down, but I think most Towners fans are still quite optimistic.
We was that bad last season beginning. We leaked more than the Titanic. I mean, I think it was that bad at this one stage. We're 12 points behind from safety, and
I actually feel like the dressing room at the time felt that. And it took players like Tomo, Henry, Zav coming in.
There was a definite turning point, wasn't it? Sort of November.
I forget when Henry came in. I think it was Tonbridge away, Henry's first game for us. And obviously, a new lad comes in, you know nothing about them. You hear where they've come from, but you're interested to see. I think we won that game quite comfortably, and Henry had a good game. I think it was them, when you start bringing players like that through the door, the team morale and the belief is rejuvenated to what it was. And that's no disservice to the players that were there. It was, obviously, we was in a really bad place. Like you said, we was 12 points off it. We played the game more than everyone else. By, I think it was like New Year's Day or something like that.
New Year's Day we lost to St Albans. I think we were like
adrift,
10, 11 points adrift or something like that. Tomo must have been a big factor.
Tomo's a massive factor. Tomo's the best centre back I've ever played behind. He's the way he reads the game and organises. You hear him all game, and you could tell I've had a few mates come to watch, and they've said you can tell he's played in the league just watching him. He's so good. Don't get me wrong, everyone's got a mistake in him. Like, you look at some of the goals, and he's his own critic, and he always puts his hand up and say, I should have done better. That's just football. But yeah, he's when the moment he stepped into the football club, it helped so much.
Yeah, as you say, you can see his experience, especially as
in that position,
in the way he reads the game.
Yeah.
So much of a centre half is reading the game, anticipating, isn't it?
Yeah, especially when you've got two lads like Zav and Henry. They're really good at what they do. They like thinking forward, especially Zav. He likes driving the ball. And when you've got someone like Tomo who then can fill the gaps and cover the channel for him, it then gives them the belief and drive to go forward because they know they've got Tomo behind them.
Yeah.
Like, I can do this.
The rock at the back.
Yeah, so it's kind of it gives stability.
It's probably best centre back we've had, I think, with that confidence and maturity, professionalism ever since I remember actually, and. It's great, like you said. He's got that maturity, and then we saw Zav today try and pushing forward into the box at one stage. Oh my god!
And even Henry could have got a hat trick today.
Yeah.
Like, the amount of times the ball fell to him in the box. But
that was a great finish, the first goal as well. And
he didn't even see it; he just let it hit his foot. But yeah, no, Tomo's on well, and even in the change room, and the things he does, like with the youngsters, and like you see him doing extra stretches. Obviously, at his age, he kind of has to, but. Like just some little things, and then you see players like Hayden doing it because they've seen Tomo doing it, and it just he's a great example.
Mr. Professional.
Club. Definitely.
You mentioned that when Henry came in as players, you didn't necessarily know a lot about them. So we had Ollie Davis come in today. Haven't been so many signings this season as last signing, but how does it work when a new player comes in? Do you sort of give him a bit of a stare? Do you?
So I think with Ollie, because of a lot of the lads that were here last year knew of him, played him in pre-season for Braintree. Obviously didn't have as much of a good game as he did for St Albans. A lot of the lads that knew him I think it put a smile on our face, me included. I heard about it on Thursday, wasn't there. So when I saw him walking today, I went, it's done, thankfully. I think don't take this for gospel, but I think it's on a permanent. So I think it just I think it's another quality addition. And when you actually we've got it in front of us. When you actually look at the names on our team, we've got such a good team,
and even the bench is good.
Yeah,
it's last year
crazy.
was like a carousel.
Most of our bench players would play in a lot of teams at this level, which is crazy. So I think when we saw Ollie come in, like I said, me, Zav, Youngie, Mick, a few of the boys that knew about him were happy about it. I actually felt we needed someone like him on today. So I think at one point I said to Zav, we need Ollie on the pitch, and then 5 minutes later it happened. So I might be a manager when I
just wide of the post.
Second half, he got a sort of snapshot in, and he wasn't far off.
I think he did substitution right time when it was needed as well in that respect. With Ollie Davis, credit to Gav as well. And
I think the thing will be with Ollie is finding his best position and him learning how we play.
That's the thing, because he's more of a winger, and we use wing backs.
So when I spoke to him in the change room and asked him, where does he rather play? What's his position? Obviously, I knew he played wing against us. He says recently he's been a bit more on the left wing, but he started his career and played a lot of his academy time up front.
Okay.
So he knows about being a centre forward. He said he wouldn't like doing it if he was by himself, but if it's a two up front, he's happy to do it. I think it worked well. I mean, we've got such a good selection of strikers now, especially as Youngie's now pushed forward into that spot. I mean, we've got 4-5 strikers if you count. Obviously, Harry, who's gone on loan. I think they all give something different, and that's kind of what you need. You need someone that's going to change the game, and I do think it'd be a massive addition to
Youngie was winning a few headers in the box, but again there was nobody there. Nobody there to
even with the cut on his head, he's got a hole in the back.
He changed his shirt how many times.
Even in the shower, he's dripping. He's like showering himself in blood. Yeah, it's bad.
I thought at one point they'd have to nip to the club shop.
Yeah, just get another one. I think you went 4 down.
Run out.
Neil the Kitman's putting his hair on.
But on the strikers, you're saying we've got a good array of strikers. I think possibly that's the area that's let us down this season in terms of finishing teams off, whether it's strikers or players elsewhere on the pitch, just putting those chances away.
Yeah, I think that's the big thing, and I think when you're talking about scoring goals, you're always late on the strikers. When you talk about conceding, you're always late on the back line and the goalkeeper. Where I think our thing is when we talk about in the changing room is everyone. There's defenders that have chances in games. Like Henry's had a few chances today, even in previous games, with dangerous from set pieces. And there's been times where midfielders missed a chance or the defenders missed a chance. So it's not always, obviously that's their job and they're paid to put the ball in the net. And I think if you look at the return that Lamar's actually got, I think compared to his previous seasons, he's doing well. I think last year he scored 1 goal.
I think he's got 3 in the league this season.
3 in the league,
6 overall, is it? Or something like that.
Which I think is a good return for a team that's down there, which we are at the moment. So, I think as much as Gav says it a lot, and we do create a lot of chances, and we don't put them away. But what we found is the balance of when we do put them away, we then defend poorly. And when we defend really good, we don't put chances away.
Getting the right combination.
In terms of that, is it that when we put them away, score 2 or 3, we then drop deeper?
I think that was a case a few games ago. I think that was spoken about and kind of dealt with. You saw it at Slough in the FA Cup. Second half it was just a low block and just pray. I think it's just natural that we do that. I think we've done that a lot in the first year in the Isthmian. I think there was times we'd score a goal and we'd just be sitting in a low block and just hoping Marcus is going to get us another one. So I think it was just installed in us where it wasn't really what Gav was asking. And in the change room at half time, it was always come out on the front foot and we'd naturally just sink. I think we looked just like protecting a goal lead. I think the last few games, it's not really been the case. I don't think we've been as deep as we have been. And like I've said to the boys, I just got to trust that I'm going to be there. So if they are really high, I've got to obviously be extra higher and they've just got to believe that I'm going to come. But I think it was a problem and we've definitely spoken about it.
The Slough game was interesting actually because I was doing commentary with Michael and we noticed that Slough all the time was sort of trying to dink the ball over our high line because maybe
in the first half,
because maybe they thought
and it worked.
We had a bit of lack of pace maybe back there. So did we drop back a bit because of that?
I think there was times in the first half where we realised that was a problem. I think there was times they was putting it in between Nino and Henry, and they was getting a bit of joy from the bounce or getting their body in. There was a couple times that I probably looked at it and went, I probably could have helped them out as well. But when you've got the wind as a factor, and obviously they knew what they were doing. They had Scotty Davis, who's like a quarterback on the football pitch. He just gets the ball, he knows where he's going to put it. And I felt we dealt with it well, even in the second half. As much as I felt we was dropping deep, it was then kind of stumbling them because they couldn't do their game plan of just putting it into areas. I think if you remember when we played them here and when we lost 6-1, that was their game plan then, and it worked perfectly. They put it into channels, got it, crossed it, score. So obviously he had that plan to do it again. I think naturally you're going to drop deep because you'd rather be defending the ball in front of you than running back towards me. And I feel like we nullified it on the day. But it's not really what you want to be doing because then you think you win the ball back, you've got to then make up 70 yards to get up the pitch, and we've got to retain the ball to even do that. Which sometimes I feel like we win the ball back and we just go, and then it's slightly up, and then it's just back at us, and which the Slough game felt like at the time.
It's interesting because we were talking to Jack earlier and he said he prefers you coming out as well. The team do feel you do the right thing.
The team like it.
They like it and it works. So let's face it. It's Jack Bates said it's he's really pleased with that and he was really honest, and so credit to you despite giving you a bit of ripping
a few heart attacks.
So is it under instruction? Is it a designated tactic that you're going to be a keeper sweeper?
It's never been spoken about. Gav knew that was my type of goalkeeping from my days at Met. So I think when he brought me in, it was more just do what you do.
You knew your style of playing.
Yeah, it's just how I am. I've always been like it at every club I go to. Sometimes I come for things I shouldn't come for, but you kind of have to accept that because I come for things that I come and help when I can help.
But you got a split second to make the decision.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You literally, the moment that ball gets played, you've got to then decide whether you're going to get there or not. And it's really hard to sometimes judge.
You can't hesitate. That's the thing. You know?
To your credit, this season certainly you haven't misjudged one of them. If there has been a heart and mouth, they are all heart and mouth moments. But the moment has been because your clearance has hit something. But the actual judgment of getting there first, you got it spot on each time. Yeah. And I looked at the stats before the game. I think you've done it 44 times so far this season. 13 games. And you've judged them all perfectly. So fair play, credit where it's due.
Yeah, and
same amount of goals conceded as well.
We do appreciate that you take and listen to our opinion though, and look out for us in the crowd every single time.
We're waiting for a thumbs up though, aren't we?
One day. I'll do a really good one, like Mum make the striker, and I'll go,
We'll do a cheeky bow.
We'll wait for it. We feel like parents judging you, like, and it's like, yes, you did it again. Phew. It's like that. No, you've done really well. And
I think it's more like when you do a couple of them, the striker expects you just as clear it. So when you get the third one, you can afford to do a little cheeky charge.
It's like a Beckenbauer at the back.
Although today's one, I've done it and I just took so long on the ball that matey boy nearly come back and took it off me. I went, I ain't doing that again.
Not that we said anything about that, did we?
Of course not.
No. We actually gave compliments today. It was really good. That was one of the brightest moments.
And talking of compliments, we've created, because you've just hit your 100th appearance mark.
Yeah.
We've created.
Round of applause.
Boys, thank you. Didn't think I'll make it.
We've created
a
highlights package of your greatest hits from the commentary. It's a minute long. It's just to sort of celebrate you and all the great things you've done for Enfield Town.
Well, hopefully this will work, Michael.
Forgive the technology.
If not, then we just have to redo it all.
Yeah, we can reenact it here, can't we?
Rhys Forster's come miles out of his goal. He got there, he got the header. Crikey, he was almost up to the centre circle there, Forster, and he won his header. Cleared up towards halfway, and Rhys Forster's man, about 60 yards out of his goal, takes a touch and then clears back into the Chippenham half. Leonard's attempted shot has charged down initially. Leonard picks it up again, back to goal, gives it all the way back to Rhys Forster, who will be delighted because he's now in the Chippenham half. He chips the ball, he scoops the ball up into the Chippenham area. Forster takes a touch, lobs the ball Gaza style over the oncoming attacker, and then gives it short to Donaldson.
Was that Enfield?
A few minutes ago, we had the obligatory Rhys Forster heart in mouth moment. There has to be one. There has to be one every game. That's the law. Yeah. And it came out of his goal. And as you said, Mike, it was like a Gaza against Scotland flick, wasn't it, over the attacker? He didn't then body it like Gaza did.
That's good.
Great moments.
It does sound like me.
Yeah, great moments.
Tongue in cheek, obviously, but 100 appearances.
Yeah.
Did you see that coming?
Crazy. Yes and no. There was a point probably last year I didn't see it coming. But I think overall, I mean, I said it from the day I walked in, I love the club, love the boys in the change room, the management team, obviously I've worked with a long time. It's very weird for me because I've never stayed longer than a year at any club. I've always been one that I like change, I like new ground.
Which is quite common at this level, isn't it?
Yeah, it's regular.
Obviously,
things like Youngie is very unheard of.
Phenomenal, really.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I did kind of expect it. If anything, it was more of a hope that it was going to happen than expectation. I think now I've hit it, obviously it's the next milestone, which obviously I've got to make sure I keep my shirt to hit that milestone. But yeah, I mean, I've enjoyed all the games, even if we've lost, because it's playing for a great club, and that's at the end of the day, that's all that matters.
Yeah, I suppose the difficult period was, of course, the end of last season when Joe Wright came in, and obviously you lost your place. Your injury, you had concussion, didn't you?
Yeah. It was against these lot actually. Funny enough, when we lost 5-0.
Yeah.
Got one right on the temple.
That must have been a difficult time, though.
It was difficult. It was hard watching matches and not being involved. And I think
how we feel.
Yeah, exactly. You can't affect it. But I think the hardest thing for me was seeing the and it sounds selfish, and I'll always be honest about this, is watching the team do well and not having played a part. So seeing them achieve what they needed to achieve and not feeling part of it. Obviously, I've played a part of it. I played however many games it was. And I look back at some of the games and I go, yeah, like I've done well to get that result and I've helped get them points. So obviously you always feel like you've played a part, but it was just watching, like, I know the last game of the season, obviously we've got battered by Worthing and still stayed up. But I didn't really feel like I was like involved or part of it, which is obviously the hardest thing in football. So that side of it, yes. I also then had the head on of you've got to do right for Enfield Town, and if righty playing means the town stay up, then I've just got to accept that that's how it is. No one's bigger than a football club, and that's the thing. I think the main thing, especially in non-league, I mean, you look at the fans that pay money and travel all over the place. Like, who are you to say I should be playing in this team? And obviously, I was knocking on Gav's door and saying, "What can I do?" And Gav was telling me what I can do. And obviously, it was just a waiting game. Had to wait until the new season. But yeah, I mean, I was frustrated with not playing and not feeling a part of it. But at the same time, I understood why it was happening, and I got on with it. I always want to hold myself in a good stead. I'll turn up with a smile on my face. I'll never change how I am, regardless of if I'm playing or not. So it
seemed that way. I must admit, I used to watch the warm-ups, and you were like kicking the crosses in for Joe Wright to take. And all
you're
that.
good sport.
You look like someone who was. You didn't look like someone whose head was well down, and your body language and general attitude seemed very
and although at the time, obviously, I'm struggling with it. Like I'm going home, driving back, it's just.
Then listening to our podcast as well.
It makes it worse. But no,
makes it much worse.
It was a frustrating period, but at the same time, the club needed to do what they needed to do for the club. Yeah. And I sit back and go, as much as at the time I didn't think of it, it's put me in a good place now, mentally. I never experienced that in football. So to actually experience it, it makes me want to keep hold of what I've got and not lose it.
You know how precious it is.
And who's your biggest sort of influence on your career to be? What made you become a goalkeeper first of all?
So this is a really funny story. So I was a tennis player growing up. To the age of 16, never touched football in my life. Like, didn't really see the fuss about it.
Not even like school team or anything?
No. So like on the playground, obviously everyone has a muck about. I mean, I was awful at kicking the football. I couldn't do anything.
Well, we did want to say.
Yeah, I know. You can probably tell me.
But you obviously got better.
Yeah. And now you're a sweeper keeper.
Yeah. Sweeper keeper.
But so it ran into I started going to college. I got really close with a lad at Twyford at my secondary school, and he was looking to do like a football program. So it was like half football, half college. And at the time, I thought I don't really want to be going to college. So I went, let me go on trial with you. Thought, right, what's the best position to play to get into a club? And he went, no one would want to be a right back. So I went, I'll go right back and I'll get in. So anyway, I went to this trial. Obviously, they just accepted anyone. If you pass 4 GCSEs, you're in, because they get a bit of money for it. They just, funny enough, my first coach was the assistant manager at Maidenhead. His name's Ryan Peters. So he was my first ever manager. And I was right back for about 6 months. I'm 17 years old. And then keeper got injured and I'm sat on the bench. I went, I'll go and goal. I'll give it a go. So anyway, he's given me these gloves, like holes in them. And I've got these black woolly gloves like that.
Really?
And I've just stuck them on over them. And I've gone, right, I'm ready. Save the penalty, which I don't do often. So that must have been decent.
Well, it must have been good.
I thought I'd say it before he did. So I saved the penalty and had a decent game. And then the manager, as a joke, said to me, you might need to bring gloves in on Monday. I've taken it. I've gone to Sports Direct, got a pair of Sondicos. I've turned up to Monday and gone, I'm in goal now. And then that was it. For about a year, I was doing the college programme. Then went to Step 5 to play CB Hounslow. That's my first ever non-league club. And then within like 18 months of being a goalkeeper, I went to met with Gav at Step 3. And I thought, I knew nothing about non-league at the time. Still obviously raw as a goalkeeper, really unorthodox, which I still am. I'm not technically clean as a goalkeeper, but I'm effective in what I do. So coaches don't try and coach it out of me, they just try and build on it. So I am very raw still. When you think all these keepers that have been keepers, I mean, you look at Ed, the goalkeeper coach's son, he's like 11 years old and he's been in goal since the age of 5.
We see him out there, don't we?
Yeah.
He's so good. So I've never had that privilege. I've never had the privilege of being full-time. I've always been part-time, always self-taught. I mean, the first 6 months of being in goal, it was just me and my mate, and he's just hitting shots at me, and I'm just trying to do what I can, keep the ball out of the net, and just getting used to being in the goal, which I think is crazy, because you, especially the level we play at now, it's very unheard of someone who's not come up in the ranks. I mean, you get a lot of players at this level that have dropped down from leagues. You don't really hear someone who's only been playing for 9 years and especially as a goalkeeper only 8 years.
Incredible at that age to start. I mean, is there any goalkeeper you think you can emulate, like, you know, your role models, like your potential goalkeepers?
So obviously at the time, no, I didn't really know much about football. I think I look at a lot of goalkeepers now, and there's so many different styles of goalkeeper. I mean, as much as I'd like to think of myself as a Pickford, I don't think I am a Pickford. I think if anything, I'm more a Nick Pope, which is fine because it's just how I am as a goalkeeper.
I don't know, I'm thinking more of a Raya these days. He comes out quite high up as well, past the half as well.
Yeah, in fact, to be honest,
David Raya,
most keepers are sweeper keepers now, aren't they?
Yeah.
But
you've got to be good with the ball at your feet.
But that's what's changed about goalkeeping, isn't it?
Yeah.
Over the last 5, 6, 10 yeyears, yeah, that's right.
Definitely.
How do you put up with banter with opposing fans?
I love it. Yeah, I love it. I give it back. The thing is, they like that. Is when like you when you're given something, you like getting it back. So I like, especially when we score, I turn around and be like,
that's what fans want.
That's what I mean. And you end up getting on their good side, and then the abuses are less aggressive and a bit more banterous.
And it's the human side, isn't it? They can appreciate, especially non-league level. There's a bit more. Any funny comments you can think of that?
So the best chant I've ever had, and it was new to me. I think I've heard it a few times now, but it was new to me at the time, and I can't picture who said it. I think it might have been Tottenham, which is ironic because I dropped the ball in the last minute. But they said,
did you?
They said something like,
I remember that.
I forgot all about that.
Yeah, but they said something like, you've got your IQ on your back. And obviously I've got number one. So at the time, because I'd never heard it before, I turned around and had to give that a clap. But normally it's just
sometimes that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's a standard Enfield Town chant, isn't it? They always give that to the opposite keeper. You've got your IQ
on your back.
Yeah, but I'd never had it before, so when I first heard it, I went, you know what, fair play. But you just get general chat, like you're awful and you can't kick, which is fair. So.
Yeah, but that's what you want.
We're getting protective over you now.
No, I enjoy it.
Point them out in the crowd next time.
You seem to get a bit more from Slough, is that fair?
Yeah, obviously, being my old club, you're always going to get a bit of stick. I mean, don't get me wrong, like I have really good mates with the Slough fans. It was a really good time, as in the connection I had with the fans at the time at the club. So I do get along with them, and I know it is just banter at the end of the day, and we shake hands, have a beer together and move on. So you're always going to get more stick against your old club, especially when they always seem to score against you last minute. So that doesn't help.
Yeah.
But
I might have this wrong. John Underwood, when he was up at Slough, did he drop you?
no, he was the one that brought me in. Him and Neil Baker was the manager. I went in at pre-season on trial. They liked me, signed me up. They had a keeper called Jonathan North at the time, who'd played like 500 games at Wildstone, been at Slough for a couple of years. He played cricket, so he was like a professional or something cricket player. So there was a couple of times during the season he couldn't play matches because the cricket season was on, especially early in the season. So Unders had basically said to me, look, like I think it was like 6 weeks into the season. Obviously I sat around not doing much, and Unders said, you get your chance. He's missing a couple of games. So I played against Hampton and Richmond, and then played against Chippenham. And after the Chippenham game, Unders pulled me to the side and said, we're going to make you our number one. We feel like you deserve it, and we want to put you on contract and stuff. So yeah, Unders was the first manager to give me a chance at this level. Probably didn't go well for him because then we didn't win a game in 15 after that decision.
Just a coincidence.
Yeah, just a coincidence. And then they ended up leaving. They'd been there for like 10 years. They ended up leaving, and then Scott took over, and I think I'd done an extra 8 games with Scott in charge. And then he got offered a keeper that he couldn't say no to.
He could have put you as wicket keeper if his
He
cricket
could have put me right back. I would have done it up there as well. But yeah, I mean that's just football, and obviously at the time, you feel hard done by. But I think how I was as a goalkeeper back then, it's understandable.
Being feeling hard done by, how does it feel with all these last minute goals? You know?
Yeah, frustrating. I think it's getting to the point now.
In the changing room particularly.
Yeah, we can't put a finger on what it is, and I think that's the frustrating thing about it is everyone is something different. It's not like it's a recurring thing.
Yeah, it's different.
It's always something different. I think it's more of a case of putting your chances to bed and being more comfortable. You look at Ebbsfleet, I mean, we were 3-0 up and we still concede late on.
Still conceded.
But you're fine because you're 3-1 up.
I know, and I thought, had to be ironic. It had to be in the 90th minute.
So if he was a betting man, you know what to put on. But
Actually, next time.
on the late goals, though, I remember talking to Michael about this on commentary, because it's happened quite a few times this season, and the first couple you're thinking, oh well, but then it happens again and again. Does it become psychological?
I think it's a mental thing, yeah. I think if you was going to put your finger on exactly what it is, and like I said, they're all different aspects and they're all different reasons behind why we've conceded that goal. I think it's more of you see the ball go up and you're like, oh, it's Fergie time for them. Because it's been happening. Obviously, it's hopefully getting a bit better. But I think everything that we do wrong is a mental thing, because we've got all the tools to be better than what we are. I think it's having that belief that we are actually as good as
and also very often because we haven't finished teams off, we're trying to hold on to something, aren't we? Either a win or a draw.
And naturally they're going to be throwing balls in the box and attacking, and you're going to get a chance at the end of the day.
I hate to bring this up, but on the Dagenham one, when they got that winner, Dagenham. So the cross, from memory, the cross came in, and you've got a good hand on it, got it away. 9 times out of 10 for the second one, would you have gone back on your line?
I think if I don't come for the first one, I probably don't come for the second one. I
Right.
think because I'm already making my way back, and as the balls come in, I'm basically on top of where the ball's landing. I think that's what kind of does me as well, is I don't have a run up to get a proper leap and actually hit a player. I'm the one standing waiting. So I don't know if you see it back, matey actually jumps into me because he's the one moving, which doesn't help. I think watching it back, obviously I can be a lot stronger. I think most refs give it. Especially the second one, as matey swings my arm around
If
to
it's
try and catch
VAR, they probably would.
I think they do. I think there's 2,000. Even on Tomo, I think Tomo's doing well to hold Andy Carroll down, but he's got 2 guys on top of him.
Yeah, that's right.
So I think if I don't come for the first one, I probably don't come for the second one because there's too many bodies. But I was at the point where I'm going back, seeing it coming in, and having to just go.
So once you're there, you're thinking, I've got to go for it.
And the thing is, obviously it's a mistake, and it was spoken about in the change room. But when I spoke to Ed, the goalkeeper coach, they looked at it as in, you've come. Like, we'd rather you come than not come, and they score. Like, we'd rather, as silly as it sounds because I made a mistake and cost us a game, but we'd rather that happen than you not come, they score, and then it's like, where was Rhys? Kind of thing. So they are very much, like Gav's very much, I don't care if you come, just get some, even if you don't get anything on it, just be positive and come.
You did a blinding save in the first half as well, though. Remember so it's it's more noticeable the goalkeeper. Like today, obviously defensive, but the first goal was one of those unstoppable ones.
Yeah,
today,
it was a great header.
It was. No goalkeeper could save. 2 goalkeepers.
Not even the famous Rhys Forster.
I genuinely can't remember a better header than that. I was thinking back, I think there was one in the World Cup, Van Persie, a diving header.
And I watched the highlights of the previous game when they played Cheshire. I mean, he missed so many chances. I thought, why did he get it right for this one? Today, he made up for it.
It was.
I think
even the second one's actually, I would put the second one down as better because the balls actually look like it's going past him, and he's managed to stick his leg out at an angle that he's still just got something on it. And I actually thought, for a striker, that's a proper finish. But he's on loan from Peterborough, I think.
And that's, I think, the difference was being clinical sometimes. They've missed a load of chances, but today they put them away, and that's how it goes. And on an evil's keel with them, really, this season, I think the way things happen. They played better first half as well, generally, but this time, second half was...
And they probably should add another one, the scrappy one in the box.
Well, he slips over. The strikers looked like he was about to...
I thought, he's going to pull the trigger.
I think they had 4 chances and they just kept hitting someone.
That's right.
And,
it wasn't a good day at the office. We briefly mentioned earlier Sam Youngs. He's gone up front now. What do we make of that, Sam Youngs, as an out-and-out striker?
I think he's good. I mean, he does score goals as well. But I think sometimes he needs to... He's good. He's been trying to lay off the ball. But today, Lamar was too away from the ball when it did bounce. I don't know. It wasn't close connection. You want somebody... Most teams, somebody's going to if you have 2 up front, one's going to head the ball down to the player, but there's nobody there to pick up that loose ball today. I don't know if it's, how it went.
Some of it was the run of the ball.
We didn't get any luck out of it, but he did win a few headers though up front. He's good
I like him up front.
He did really well.
He's a physical presence, isn't he? He competes for everything.
And it's unlucky. Nobody was there to get the rebounds today, but
and he's always going to nick you a goal, isn't he? He's good. He's good in the air in terms of heading the ball.
I think the thing with Youngie is you just want him in the box, and if that means sticking him up front to keep him in the box,
he's a great player.
Obviously he's getting on age-wise, so will he be able to do what we're asking of Bailey and Hayden in the 8 role?
That's right. Yeah.
Maybe not. I think we tried it early doors. I don't think he was playing up top, and he still does what he can. But obviously age is going to play a factor. I think he's a lot more of a threat for us up top than he is.
I agree. I think he's done a really good job there.
And winning headers, he's not the tallest of players, and he still kept.
I think it happened last year, didn't it? Halfway through the year, it was just. We'd take a striker off and everyone would be like, what's going on? But they not realise Youngie's the one now to do it. So
definitely. And
it'd get us a load of goals being off.
Seems like he looks after himself as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, I mean, he likes a Guinness, but besides that, it looks like he wouldn't do well.
Well, years ago they used to say Guinness is good for you, didn't they?
Yeah, exactly. And
I am.
And when he took his shirt off the 3rd time today, showing his 6-pack.
So it was great.
And I was comparing my 1-pack. And it was like...
do you think that's why he did it?
Just to wind me up, probably.
Every 20
He kept smudging the blood. I've got to take this off now.
Yeah. It's an advert for hair as well. You know, he's a quality player.
And you have to say, at this level, to play 353 now, is it? 353 games for one club is amazing because players move around.
He's a great player
level,
and nice with it. But saying that, you know, chatting to all the team, I'm not just saying a really nice bunch of
I mean, there's
lads.
not one bad egg in the
There's not one at all. No. Even like for us as, you know, getting to know you guys more, it just seems everybody's so respectful, whatever age, and there's nice team spirit. So I reckon this is.
I think that's the main thing about non-league is. The people behind the club is the most important things in non-league. You don't get that professional levels. You don't get players in the bar having a drink, talking to fans. Right. So I think it's important at non-league. But yeah, we've got a great group.
We win, draw and lose together, you know, and we feel it together.
The players seem to buy into that, don't they?
Yes. That's what I love about non-league.
Quite a lot of them come up to the bar afterwards, and even after a defeat.
Even at Dagenham, a few came into the bar. We didn't see you though, Rhys, in the bar after the Dagenham.
Ones like that.
I don't go.
You want to go home? You want to go home? Oh, we would have bought you drinks. Don't worry.
I would have had more than one.
In terms of a drink after the bar, management's fine with that.
Yeah, fine with it. I think there was a period. Last year where it was a bit too much. I think there was players that weren't involved in the squad having drinks during the game, and I think that kind of got together a bit more. I think it was a bit of a harsh one because being in the club we're at, all the fans love a drink. So when you get offered a drink, you're going to take it. But obviously, there's management look at it differently. I think it's important. I think it's a massive thing in non-league. You look at, I think Mick said it in a tweet when all that Bracknell stuff come out, and he said like, we won the trophy with players like Wrighty, him, and like he mentioned a couple other lads that I didn't know, but he said these are all big lads that love a beer and they go out and get like smashed, and he was like, and that, as silly as it sounds, that brings the team together. Like it's. We have a rule like you can't leave before 6 o'clock on a home game. I know a lot of the lads do like getting home, but we have a fine if you do leave before.
That's good
because it's just very much the lads have paid their money to come watch you. The least you can do is go up, show your face, and have a drink with them.
So getting back to the dressing room, who's the worst dressed and best dressed?
Yeah, we thought we'd find out a bit more about the dressing room.
It's funny, I'm sitting here. So I got worse dressed in my first year, right? Because obviously we have to turn up in tracksuits, and it's hard to tell at training because we all turn up in work clothes. So I'd probably lose that as well because I'm wearing all my painting clothes. But when we've had nights out, there's been a few questionables, right? But I've always got it because
just tell
you know
us
what it is? It's because I don't normally go out, so I don't have clothes for going out. So when I go out,
and that's your excuse.
That's genuinely my excuse.
Rubbish.
No, that's genuinely my excuse. It's so like one year I wore like a buttoned up white t-shirt, some jean shorts, and Mick said it looked like I crashed into an umpire and changed clothes with them.
Subtle, Mick, subtle, very subtle.
Mick just says that, but what we do is when we go on a team night out, we get a member of public to pick the worst dressed. And I didn't get it last year, thankfully.
Who did?
Now that I won't be able to remember. But
it must have been a good night.
Yeah, exactly.
I can tell you who's got good dress sense. Mick's got good dress sense. Billy Leonard can scrub up. I'm like Av can wear a few things. Nino's got a bit of swagger about him.
Got a bit of style, has he?
Yeah.
Bit of style,
I reckon people like Ollie Knight and that. I reckon if they tried, they'd look a bit weird. So I reckon, I can't picture one person's outfit and say that they weren't great, but there's a few scrub ups and there's a few that like me that can really ruin the mood with their outfit.
Well, you probably don't want to look too good.
No, exactly that. Yeah.
She probably feels
leave them
reassured.
all to their block.
Exactly. What about music? Who's got the best and worst taste in music?
So I've been on the music quite a lot. It's a bit mix and match. Can't please everyone, right? So I'll play a song, 10 people will like it, one person won't. So I try to keep it very generic.
What sort of stuff do you play?
What music?
Probably stuff we've never heard of.
Yeah, so I play a bit of Bashment, play a bit of like...
Yeah, joking.
There's a few, I just try and play a bit of everything because you've got so many different...
You're not playing 80s or 90s
No,
music?
definitely, that's not... So if we win...
No Chaz and Dave?
No,
Oh, God, definitely.
We're trying to get up for a football match here.
Yeah, Chaz and Dave, no.
But if we win, sometimes Neil, the kit man, goes on and he plays a bit old school, like a bit of ABBA, which the school boys like. Yeah.
Oh dear.
So I think like Mick and all that, they like a bit of country music.
Country music. Interesting.
Yeah.
So who's the brighter spot, most intelligent player out of the team?
I think Youngie's a bit intelligent. I think with his work and stuff. I think Rue's quite intelligent.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, like he's very clued up with a lot of things. He does a lot of talks and a lot of
wow.
Does a lot of things as in like for non-league, so like about homophobic comments in non-league and stuff like that. So he goes around doing a lot of talks.
Right.
So I think Rue's got a bit of intelligence behind him. There's no one really else.
Who's the opposite to the
Who's dumb?
Yeah, well, you know.
Billy Leonard.
The bright
I
spark.
don't think Billy Leonard's got much going on up there. To be
Poor old
fair,
Billy.
Hang on, Billy's a gooner. He's alright. He's
no,
alright.
I don't think he's got much going on. I don't know. It's hard, obviously, because I don't really know what everyone does for work. So I think Harry Lodovica, he probably ain't got much going on up there.
Well, he's on loan now.
He
on loan now.
works in
We can say
Apple,
that.
so I think that's quite easy.
Well, we
to
can
sell
say
him
that
on.
he's on loan now. When he comes back, we may change our tune a little bit, you know.
But yeah, I know a few of the boys like Addy went to uni and stuff. I don't think that means much, but you've got to be semi-smart.
No, it doesn't mean much at all. We went to university.
Yeah. Look at us.
Doesn't mean
Yeah,
anything at all.
look at us, yeah.
Nothing whatsoever.
Yeah.
Who would you least like to be stuck in a lift with? Which player?
Oh, Zav probably, because he's like punching the lift and shouting about it. Yeah, Zav, he'd be alright for 5 minutes. You'd be able to like talk to him, but once he's fed up of talking to you, mate, yeah, you're gone. Right?
He's got a fuse, isn't he?
Yeah, he does. Which I love.
He's such an enigmatic character because
Well,
off the pitch,
Off
he's
the
the most
pitch, so
humble,
different.
He's the
polite
nicest
gentleman,
guy
yeah.
on the pitch. He's
just
a
loses
beast.
it.
And
But I feel like Henry's kind of like it. He's not got a short spark. It takes him a lot to lose it.
Yeah.
But like I watch on the pitch sometimes, and he's like, people don't realise he's having fights with players on the pitch.
Really?
And like just on the slide, like they run past him and then knock him over, and then on the ground going ref, and he's like get up like that. So Henry's got a little side to him that no one really sees because he's a bit quiet.
You've got to keep an eye on that.
Yeah,
in the
keep an
commentary
eye on
box,
that,
haven't you?
Definitely
Yeah.
should.
That's right, yeah.
If the ball's playing on that side, no, on this side, and a player runs across him, you'll see the player on the floor. And Henry's definitely done something. It's his best belief.
When Henry was chatting to him at the Enfield game, the cup game, and they were saying, who's the most tenacious in training? He was saying Jack Bates was. He said the most sort of aggressive sort of player. But obviously he kept his secret about himself there.
Yeah.
If you're watching Henry, we know we'll be watching you as well.
Yeah, especially in
Yeah, but if you get away with it.
Yeah, oh gosh,
Why
yeah.
not?
Oh, why not?
And they seem to every time. Zav's like it. Zav's the same. Gives the player a little nudge off the ball.
So who would you, who's the least likely player to go on holiday with?
who I would go on holiday with.
No, who wouldn't you go on holiday first?
Well, Jav, I imagine if the flight...
I actually wouldn't mind going on holiday.
Smash
with
up the
Zav.
airport, wouldn't it?
If your flight's cancelled, they can't help you.
No, I wouldn't mind going on holiday with Zav. It'd probably be Addy. I spend so much time with him already.
Yeah.
I don't think I could deal with a holiday with Addy, to be fair.
Yeah.
Just playing two touch on the beach.
Yeah.
We wouldn't be great either. Our two touches is awful. So.
Well, we didn't want to say anything. But who would you go out? Who's the funniest guy in the changing room who lifts the spirits up, especially?
I'd say probably like Mick.
Yeah.
I think Mick's got that. He hits you them one-liners you just don't expect.
Dry
sometimes.
sense of humour.
Yeah, and I think he's
seems
just
like that.
unintentionally funny with some of the things he says and does. So I think Mick's very much the life of the change room. There's a few funny lads in there. I mean, most of the lads are just like. We've got a load of like inside jokes, and it's just like someone will say something, and Henry's like looking over at someone like this, and then everyone's like catching Henry's eye contact and laughing, and it's a good change room. There's a lot of funny lads in there. Billy's quite funny as well. Youngie's got a bit about him.
Do you remember a programme called Soccer AM?
Yeah.
So years ago they used to have like we've just done, a question and answer session with a player, and they always used to end up with this question, which I never used to really understand. And the question was, who's the longest in the shower?
I think it depends on the result. If I've made a mistake, I'll probably just stand in there for ages, just dripping. But yeah, if we've won, I like heading off quite quick, so I'm quite quick. There's a few lads that don't shower. The young lads.
Ooh.
Yeah, like Jay Lambert. So I've got to name drop him. He's awful at it. Training and everything, just won't touch it.
I blame his teachers, So
Yeah.
I used to teach him at Enfield
But
Ground.
Eli's the same today, didn't. So, longest in there. Tomo like spending a bit of time in there. I think a lot of the lads is kind of like the talking room. It sounds silly, but it's like we go into like even today, like we was in there. It was me, Zav, Tomo, and Yongi. And you end up just talking and then forgetting you're even standing under the shower.
Yeah.
So there's a few lads that take
It's
their
kind
time.
of therapy kind of thing.
Yeah.
So to talk through the game and yeah.
It's a bit weird because you're standing there naked talking to each other. But
God, if the water goes cold, I'm staying away from Zav.
You're looking down, there's just blood everywhere. And they're like, what's going on, young? Is your head alright?
Yeah. Oh gosh, that's so interesting. So, what's your favourite holiday destination?
Oh, so me and the missus like.
You like a holiday, don't you?
Yeah.
Who does quite a lot?
Checked out on Facebook.
I do quite a lot. So me and the missus like going Greece.
Oh, good one.
Because the thing is, like, you know what you're going to get there. Yes, like the food is always good. Although recently we've gone Turkey quite a lot.
That's okay.
We quite like Turkey.
You're right with that, are you, John?
Yeah, of course.
Not as good as Greece.
Not as good as Greece, but
yeah,
we've got quite a few Turkish friends as well.
We've done a lot of Greek islands, and we've gone to like Rhodes. Like 4 times or something, so we know what we like and we like sticking to that. So we do like Greece and Turkey. We are venturing off eventually, like to America and Bahamas and places like that. So we'll see. I might change it in a couple of years' time, but for now it's Greece.
You can ask Jakey Cass for some tips, can't you?
Yeah, definitely. He travels. I think he's done 33% of the world. Cass.
Every time I check out, he's somewhere else.
But in his town as top.
Yeah, he loves
That's what I love.
He can't play if he could.
What's the most famous name in your phone?
Oh, Xavier Benjamin, probably.
You're just saying that because you're scared.
To avoid you kidding.
Go on in person through that door. I wouldn't say I have like number wise. I don't really have many famous people. On my social media, I'll probably have a few more people up there. Like I've had convos with like ex-footballers before about my videos, like John Terry and stuff like that. So I wouldn't say like they're my contacts because they don't know who I am. Obviously, I know who they are through football, but my Instagram when I was posting like trick shots and stuff, I had quite a few famous people contact me, like Harvey Elliott, had a few people like that. But contact-wise, I don't really have many contacts. Football's football to me, and your life outside of football's different.
How do you unwind after a match and that?
Go home, shout at the missus, and go to sleep pretty much.
Kick the cat. Yeah, same here actually. He's not.
So
much
I like as soon as I get home, if the video's up, I like watching it there and then.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, I like it.
Hardly unwinding.
No, but I like it raw in the emotion. I don't want to do it on a Sunday when I'm then trying to move on. I want it.
It's not always up though, is it?
It's not always up. So sometimes I am there Sunday. I find it hard. I do find it hard to unwind. My missus is very much my level head. I'm very much, I have a good game, do one bad thing, it's that one bad thing. She'll say, oh, you done well today, you won, and I'm like, yeah, but my kicking was awful. And she's going, but like, forget about it, and like kind of like levels me out a little bit. I'm very critical.
I saw your piece you did in the programme with Andrew Walshaw, and you sort of touched on that, and you said that's something the town coaching staff have been working on with you, the idea that draw on the positives rather than the odd thing that's gone wrong.
I think because obviously I've worked with Ed for a few years now, the goalkeeper coach, and he knows me inside out, and he knows I'm like that. He's very much, what are you on about? It was fine, and I'm there going, yeah, but that one thing I done wasn't fine, and that's them 1% make a difference.
And often with a goalkeeper, there are things that are
and it plays more on your mind collectively sometimes.
Like Dagenham, in the first half you made an unbelievable save.
That was
brilliant save, but what does everyone remember? What happened?
And I think even like Tottenham, I didn't have much to do save-wise, but overall I think it was a good game. Swept really well, came for crosses, and then obviously you do that in the 90th minute, and it's just like that's all you think about. It's just and that's just being a goalkeeper and part of football. So I do find it hard to unwind, especially on Tuesday night games, regardless of the result. It takes me ages to go to sleep.
And you've got work in the morning as well.
Yeah, so I'm very lucky because I have a boss who's my uncle, but he's very lenient with work timings for me because obviously football. So if I'm struggling, I'll just text him and say I'll be a bit later than today. So that's kind of handy. I know a lot of the lads got to be up and out the door, so I'm very privileged in that sense. So I can't grumble. But I mean Tuesday night games, I'm 2 o'clock probably up.
Really?
Still just going through things in my head. Even if we'd won, not thinking negatively, but just thinking about the game.
It's
And your
adrenaline,
adrenaline
isn't it?
still
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah.
your adrenaline's still pumping, and you've only just ate, so you're getting in at 12. You just had food, and your body's like, "What's going on?"
You just don't want to sleep straight away, do you? So you got to think.
Yeah, whereas the Saturday afternoon game, you've got more time to sort of
Get home, relax, have a bit of food, chill for a bit.
That's right.
The dogs kind of help me out as well. They give me a cuddle when I come in, so they help.
It's like my 2 cats. They just know.
And like Pepe.
You told me you'd kick your cat.
Only if we lost, but shit. Oh dear,
You're a film buff, favourite film?
I don't really watch many films. My favourite film's Over the Hedge. Don't know if you've heard of that. It's like a kids' film. It's just because one of the characters reminds me a bit of me when I was younger.
So we have to look out for that
My
one.
mum used to always
Was
say...
it a tennis player? It became
No, it's a little scribble, funny enough. He's just running around going play all the time. There's a few films out there I don't mind watching. I more sit down and watch TV with the missus.
I was going to say series then.
We're watching Hunted at the moment. I quite like Hunted, and Married at First Sight and things like that. Kind of the generic things that everyone kind of gets into. I won't watch Love Island.
Oh, good.
That's something I won't watch.
Okay, you would have gone down in estimations if you said Love Island.
I used to watch it when it first came out, but I think over the years it's just gotten it's a bit too scripted for me. People don't go in there for the right reasons. So I stay away from reality TV shows basically. But
the first series is often good, isn't it? And then it just becomes, as you say, sort of stereotyped. Yeah.
So movies and stuff. I mean, it's very rare I sit down and watch something. I'm not that type of person. I'm too fidgety for that. So I've been to the cinema probably like twice in my life.
Gosh.
And that was recent as well because the missus dragged me there. So.
Oh, gosh. And what favourite food?
Oh, I like Caribbean food.
Caribbean, nice.
Yeah, so every Friday night we get a bit of Caribbean.
That's your pre-match meal then?
Yeah, that's my Friday night meal. So I do like food. I'm a very big foodie. There's nothing I wouldn't eat. So typical like Nando's, Five Guys, things like that after a match. I don't mind scoffing down. So
do you have an actual pre-match meal? 2 hours
Any
before the game?
ritual pre-match?
I don't have a specific thing. I kind of just how I feel in the morning. So like this morning I had pancakes. A couple of weeks ago I had like toast. So it just depends on how I feel in the morning. I know obviously a lot of the lads eat specific things.
Carbs and stuff.
Yeah, I think as a goalkeeper you get away with eating a bit worse. I mean, pancakes are still meant to be good for you.
Yeah, that's right.
For morning before game, but
they tell you don't drink, don't do this, don't overeat that. They tell you live longer. It sometimes just seems longer, doesn't it? You know,
you'd rather just not and then
enjoy life while you
cut
can,
life
within
short.
moderation, of course. You know.
Yeah, and it's always pizza, isn't it, after the game?
I don't touch it myself, the pizza, because if I get full up and go home and say to the missus, "We're not getting takeaway tonight," I'm in trouble.
Oh gosh.
So I might have one slice, but then I have to make sure obviously we have food when we get home. So, and I'm not really straight after football I can't eat. I know a lot of the lads like they're hungry as soon as they finish, but I don't know. I think it's the adrenaline is still. I just can't. I can't.
Too hyped up.
Yeah, I just can't fathom eating food that quick. So I like waiting until I get home anyway and get a takeaway of some sorts.
Yeah. So how do you feel about the season ahead? You know, do you feel optimistic at this stage?
Yeah,
to
I think
summarise our season. And
I think like the boys are very optimistic. As I've said it after Horsham, and it sounds silly because of the position we're in, but it don't feel like we're in a relegation scrap this year.
No, I would.
And obviously, like in a few months' time, if you're still in the same position, then you're worried. But I wouldn't say like as a performance-wise or as a team, we feel like we are where we was last year. But on the flip of that, you can't keep saying that and be losing games. So it's almost kind of like Mick kind of touched on it today and just said we can't keep saying the same things after a loss. We have to do something to change it. So I think we're all very optimistic I think it's frustrating because we're not really getting what we deserve in a lot of games. And I think if we got what we deserve in a lot of games, we'd be in and around
mid-table at least. Definitely.
Yeah. Well, so if you cut out those, you think about those last minute goals we talked about, those 90-minute plus, we would be comfortable mid-table now. I think.
We're losing games and we should draw, and we're drawing games we should be winning. So I think the optimism for everyone is still high. Management team, player-wise, I think we're all very optimistic.
Which I think echoes a lot of the fan sentiment. What you said there. To wrap up, then, should we have that question about emojis?
Yeah.
If you could Sum up the season in an emoji. What emoji?
Probably
do you use?
eye rolling. The eye rolling emoji. Yeah, probably just because like when we don't take our chances, that's how it feels like. It's just like it's one of them days.
Like last
again,
week,
like,
Horsham.
yeah, you just
Yeah.
like you
First
kind
half.
of know what's coming, kind of thing. So
I
I'll
like
probably
that
say
one.
like eye rolling.
Eye rolling, yeah.
Especially like when you lose, you just stay like, not again, not. But yeah, probably that one probably sums us up.
Yeah,
John?
I would have had you as a salmon. Catching some of those saves, some of the saves you've done this season, and
Or the monkey covering his eyes every time I come out.
that was us. That was us. No, you did. You know, let's face this. You had a really good season, and not just saying it was
No, you have. That's
and you've been
great save.
so honest putting up with us anyway, and all the stick and banter we have. But you know what? You've done brilliant well. And like you said, the stats don't lie as well. And, you know, it's brilliant in the sweeper role. And the team feels good about it. And us as fans and commentators feel the same as well. And it's great having you in the team. Good lad, and being honest as well.
At least someone believes that.
Yeah. Well, you did give me a tenner just before.
Nice one. Well,
You
all right,
asked me about
chaps.
my emoji.
Oh, sorry, go on. Paul. What's your emoji for the season?
You know the one with a sort of twisted mouth, sort of. I'll do it for the camera, shall I? That one, sort of. It fits in
I
with.
think it's just stopped recording.
It's what might have been. It's that sort of,
Yeah.
you know, because you think back at so many games this season where we've had spells. In fact, most of the game where we've been on top, and as you were saying,
We've always been in
there's
games.
chances, yeah. And what could have been? We could have been talking about pushing to the playoffs, couldn't we, tonight?
Yeah. And what will be, so keep the faith fans out there, and this is also on Spotify and Apple. Give us a
And
plug.
YouTube,
And
apparently.
YouTube, yeah. If you
Brilliant.
see my agent first, yeah.
Thanks very much, Rhys.
No worries, thank you for having me.
Brilliant.
It's been a
Thanks,
pleasure.
thanks, John.
No worries,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah.
Enjoyed that.
Been waiting for this for months.
You've been dreading it, probably.
No,
Nice one.
definitely not.
I really appreciate it.
Catch us next month as well for the next episode, the December episode of We Conquered All the Bostik. Thanks for listening.
Up the town.
Out the town.
Yay.